What is up, Army? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful reaction banger. This one is a recommendation. I posted a video just yesterday, right? And I said, please recommend the next documentary you guys want me to watch. You guys spoke out, and a lot of you said you wanted me to watch their hardships because a lot of these documentaries are great, but they weren't showing a lot of their struggles that they had earlier on in their career. Well, I know there's a dozen more, right, to choose from. This is the one we're gonna start off right here. It is BTS HARDSHIPS 2013 to 2021. Racism, mistreatment, accusations, plus more. Struggles through the year. This one has almost 2 million views. Let's check it out together. I hope you guys enjoy, and please keep the recommendations down below. We'll talk a little bit after the video as well. Let's get it.
This video was not made in order to...
You know what I noticed real quick too is I came from the b-boy background like earlier in my earlier years, and I noticed once I started seeing crews from around the world, b-boys from Korea were like super strong, right? They were really good at doing routines, and they were really good at what we call power moves. You know what I'm saying? Spinning on their head, flares, windmills. I mean, just insane power, right? But I noticed a lot of their stories were similar, where they were all like sleeping in one room, packing it out, like they were saving food to take for the tournament. Very, very similar backstory. Of course, I don't know if any of them were together as long as these guys, but anyway, I just thought I would point that out. Very interesting.
지도에 보면 선배님이 막 말 걸어주신 거 이렇게 오잖아요. 옷에 쓰여 있는 거 무슨 뭐냐고. 돈 없어가지고 16,000원짜리 후배티 프린팅 해가지고 뭔지 몰라가지고 말을 못해 되겠었는데 아무튼.
Because some of the members came from an underground rap background, but ultimately chose the path of becoming idols, they were often disrespected.
사실 남준이가 그 언더에서 활동을 했다고 이제 그런 사람들이 많아요. 아이돌로 올라가서 나는 언더그라운드 활동을 했던 사람이다 하고 언플이라고 흔히 하잖아요. 그러면은 이제 언더 매니아, 힙합 매니아라고 하는 사람들은 그런 거를 당연히 안 좋게 보죠.
아, 쟤네 음악도 안 하고 그냥 회사에서 시키는데도 노래 받아서 춤이나 추는 것들이 무슨 가수냐, 이냐 무슨 아티스트냐, 저런 애를 더 이상 나오면 안 된다.
A rapper told RM and Suga that
Let me rewind that part real quick. What kind of artist are you considered?
시키는데도 노래
He's just
받아서
walking
춤이나 추는 것.
around. He's simply just dancing after being handed a song. Is that considered a singer?
들이 무슨 가수냐, 이냐 무슨 아티스트냐, 저런 애를 더 이상 나오면 안 된다.
It's not good to continue pointing at a kid out or pointing a kid out like that. I want to see
a
what they say
rapper
right here.
told RM and Suga that they were on the right path, but strayed away and were no longer considered real rap hip-hop artists, deeming them girls for wearing makeup.
Damn.
방탄소년단에 대해서 사실 뭐 찍어서 말하고 아이돌을 부릅니다. 네, 맞습니다. 뭐 힙합이 아니다. 방탄소년단이 무대에 올라갔을 때 뭐 이제 분장을 한다. 어떤 메이크업을 하는 거에 대한 어떤 힙합과 충돌되는 부분이 있을 것 같은데.
아니야 여자.
It's a girl. It's like being a girl.
What? Shut the front door.
BTS were being told by
You know, the crazy thing is it's the same thing here. The culture, the hip hop culture in American society is the same way. Like, once you become super mainstream, most rappers, they don't consider you underground. They consider you a sellout, you know what I'm saying, depending on which way you go. Especially if you have like a lot of dancing, you're singing, you're wearing like makeup, you know what I'm saying? I can see why it's hard because you're ultimately choosing, all right, do I stay underground hip hop and probably be broke for the rest of my damn life? Or do I try to be everything I could be? You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people miss that, you know, because like if you be all you can be, if you shoot for the damn stars, you can use your platform and create new avenues for hip hop. Stuff that the underground rappers could never do, you know what I'm saying, financially, you know what I'm saying? Not talent-wise, but financially, you know, and success, clout, all that stuff. It really does go a long way if you use it in the right way. Anyway, let's continue. I'm sorry for talking so much.
by several people they would never make it because they came from a small agency. Big Hit Entertainment was at one point near bankruptcy and didn't have the financial power to promote and push BTS the way other companies could with their own groups. In 2014, Suga shared his story about battling depression since pre-debut days.
Wow.
Suga continues to discuss and bring awareness to mental health through his work. Until now, BTS has continuously been transparent about their darkest thoughts and feelings, not just through their music, but also their very public personas. February 2014. BTS were accused of copying the schoolboy concept for Boy in Love, which came out shortly after another group released their music video, even though the concept is a popular choice amongst young boy bands. April 2014. During a variety show, the host confronted them about this plagiarism accusation.
수와 겹친 교복 패션 왜 하필입니까? 원망했나요?
이거 사실 저희가 말씀드릴 수
예, 얘기 천천히
저희가 이번 사랑 이야기 학교 3부작의 마지막이었어요.
예.
그래가지고 나 언제 한번 교복을 입겠다라고 생각을 했는데 그게 되게 유명하게 시기가 겹쳐가지고.
Throughout their careers, they've been constantly criticized for plagiarism, often for outfits, props, concepts, and hair colors that are ordinary not just in K-pop, but the expansive world of visual arts. November 2014.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Hashtag #KickoutJhope BTS trended on Twitter, calling J-Hope ugly and untalented. The trend became popular enough that their friend and supervisor from their reality show American Hustle Life, Tony Jones, tweeted out saying, "Every member is needed and talented." Jin stepped in by telling ARMYs to cheer up and that all of them were working hard. ARMYs got together and trended hashtag J-Hope you're perfect to comfort him.
Wow.
May 2015.
Wow.
BTS finally won their first music show with their song I Need You 2 years after their debut, but were accused of 사재기. This is when companies buy back albums to boost external sales records. But this was when their company was barely surviving financially, making the claims groundless. May 2015. V was accused of mocking another idol group after they won a music show and were accepting the trophy. People began to send him death threats. However, he wasn't mocking them at all. V was known to be a fan of this group and was singing their song out of excitement. He apologized on Twitter for the misunderstanding and provided screenshots showing that he would always listen to this song before bed.
Whoa.
July 2015.
Yo, death threats? Death threats for that? Like, even if he did do that, death threats? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he didn't do it, but wow, that's crazy.
BTS abruptly halted their concert, The Red Bullet, in New York, due to death threats towards RM. All related fan activities were also subsequently cancelled. Attendees of the show were forced to leave the venue, where there was a strong presence of security and police at the scene.
Sorry. We love you.
RM also received another death threat for another upcoming show in
What the hell is up with the death threats? At RM, the nicest person in the world out of all people? Maybe I should just shut up and keep watching, because I don't understand how, what the fuck? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? For RM.
in Mexico later that month. July 2016, people began to debate over alleged misogynistic lyrics and tweets from BTS. This led to the members and the company reflecting back on their actions. BTS's agency, Big Hit Entertainment, responded with an apology and a promise to do better. Consequently, the band grew from this lesson and have since released feminist overtures such as 21st Century Girl, and in 2019 responded to their 2014 single Boy in Love with Boy with Love, a collaboration with Halsey. RM has said that
Wait. Did they have to release Boy in Love because people found that offensive? So it had to be Boy with Love to be more universal? Please let me know in the comments if I'm understanding that, because that's the stupidest shit ever. Like, men can have love songs and women can have love songs. I don't understand how it's just, oh, that's a thing, you got to include everybody. Let me know if I'm hearing that right. Wow.
that since the incident, he pays closer attention to the lyrics he writes, reading newspapers and books to study the social phenomena. After he finishes writing lyrics, he consults experts of women's studies to objectively examine the lyrics. May 2016. During their epilogue concert, aunties began to use the hashtag Plagiarism Boy Scouts. Multiple fandoms teamed up to trend this hashtag in Korea. BTS saw this, and the media latched on. June 2016. During the variety show Flower Crew, Jungkook arrived at the filming location with a bag of hamburgers for his cast members, hoping to break the ice. One of the cast members made rude comments and turned Jungkook's offer away.
거짓말하고 느낌이 딱 먹다 남긴 느낌인데.
아니 새 거예요. 진짜 새 거예요. 야.
BTS has since filmed another variety show with the same host, and spirits seem high. September 2016. Antis made yet another project called Break Wings Project to try to sabotage their comeback in October. The project was caught and stopped once comments on YouTube broadcasting the project were put on blast. Wings then went on to sell 16,000 units in its first week, appearing at number 26 on the US Billboard 200 chart, setting the then highest record for a K-pop album and making BTS the first and only K-pop act at that time to log 3 entries on the Billboard 200. Because of this, Antis took strategic pictures of non-armies and claimed that there was no line in stores that sold physical albums. October 2016. During the Busan One Asia Festival, fans were told a couple hours before the broadcast that BTS were no longer appearing because one member was absent from an injury, even though a countless number of fans were already present at the event venue and BTS was ready and willing to perform. BTS ended up performing for the fans who attended the event and waited all day. Wow. But it was at the end of the event with leftover confetti, no proper lighting, and no cameras rolling. Their performance was not broadcasted and only fan cams were taken. Wow. October 2016. During BTS's Blood, Sweat and Tears promotion in South Korea, BTS wasn't given a waiting room at the broadcast center. So the members made do and practiced, got dressed, and did makeup in front of the bathrooms. They would practice non-stop without resting, greeting other staffers who were going to the bathroom, and other idol groups would openly look down on them. This comment was left under a video uploaded by Wei, a member from Crayon Pop. Wei responded, "Yes, that's right. All I remember is their hard work and efforts. I especially haven't forgotten RM's voice practicing Japanese." November 2016. V made a heartfelt announcement during their muster that his beloved grandmother had passed away. Damn. Anti saw this as an opportunity to twist his narrative and intentions, sending him death threats and accusing him of using her passing as a ploy for attention. November 2.
Okay. So on one hand, that clip of V even had me choked up because, you know, I've lost my grandparents and whatnot. But how in the hell can you spin that to death threats? You up there pouring your fucking heart and soul out, and somebody has the nerve to spin that to, oh, look, he just wants attention. Look at this, look at this. And then all of a sudden you get that, you cry for your grandparents and you get death threats. This world, man, it just goes to show you how fucking hard it is to put yourself out there for everybody to see. Hell, I worry about that every time I make a video. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. And can you imagine it on their level? I can't imagine. I see, these are things. These are why I like watching these documentaries. No idea. I literally had no idea. Okay.
November 2016. Fans of another group were upset that BTS won Album of the Year at the Melon Music Awards, claiming it was done out of charity and that miscalculations were made. They called Melon customer care, where an employee explained that the company's internal data proved that BTS scored higher. Audio of the conversation was released.
그거 이제
그 상에 해당하는 앨범들을 해가지고
스트리밍 그 실시간 앨범 자체가 나오고 나서 순간 차트에 대한 로얄만 갖고 있고요. 고객께서 봤던 정리를 어떤 식으로 진행하셔가지고 어떤 식으로 보신지 모르겠는데 그거에 대한 결과 전체 음원 합산 점수예요. 내부적으로 고객께서 지금 생각하신 게 혹시 내부적 이게 비리가 있는 건 아니냐라고 생각이 들 수 있는데요.
There's no corruption.
뭐 제가 말씀드릴 수 있는 부분은 비리 전혀 없으시고요.
BTS won the award because their songs were streamed more compared to others, I guess,
받아서 상을 받았다라고 생각하시면
during
되십니다.
the one-year period.
February 2017. BTS were accused of plagiarism after their performance at the Gaon Chart Music Awards. The part in question was when the no signal bars on screen resembled another group's past stage. To make matters worse, the creative director of the group in question created a post on Instagram with the captions, our hard work.
Damn.
And siblings of the group liked that post. Gaon Charts eventually posted an official statement in regards to the accusation, admitting that their own production team was in charge of the graphics, not Big Hit. BTS has not attended or performed at Gaon Chart Music Awards since, only pre-taping acceptance speeches.
Wow.
March
That's
2017.
what y'all get. You want to talk some shit, you want to start some shit, now they don't perform there. We gonna film a video from the crib saying, thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, it's a lot. Come on.
Death threats were made against BTS, with their target being Jimin
What?
this time. This threat happened during their world tour, and Big Hit addressed this threat, increasing security around the venues. December 2017.
Wait, what did that message say? We believe that it is a joke by an anti-fan, but we're taking measures to be sure we are working with the local staff and police to enhance security. What the? I'm gonna tell you right now, yeah, ain't nobody touching Jimin. Can you imagine the first poor son of a bitch that has a death threat towards Jimin? Can you imagine how quickly that man going straight to hell, or woman? You know what I'm saying? Come on, ain't nobody. Can you imagine the riot in the streets? Somebody trying to touch Jimin? Get your ass out of here. How do you even, why would you? I'm confused. So many death threats in this documentary. I'm so confused.
Increasing security around the venues. December 2017. Fans of a different group were so outraged by the results at the 2017 Mnet Asian Music Awards that they filed a petition under the Blue House, the executive office and official residence of the South Korean head of state. They requested MAMA to be abolished because BTS won, crashing the Blue House petition website, which was meant for the South Korean citizens only, with traffic from overseas.
Damn.
May 2018, Jimin once again received death threats, this time
How in the hell do you send a death threat to Jimin? Out of all the damn people in the world, you got the Hitlers, you got the serial killers, you got the terrorists. But now all y'all pathetic asses want to go at Jimin, the most beautiful fucking creature in the world. Why? Let me see if I can get this in focus real quick, you hating ass haters. Come on. And of course, I'm not talking to y'all watching. I'm just saying, who would do like Bach get a life?
during their Love Yourself tour in Fort Worth.
Fort Worth?
Police tweeted soon afterwards.
Wait, what the fuck? That was here? I'm not too far from Fort Worth, y'all. I'm about 30 minutes. We are aware of the threat made to the BTS concert in September and is currently being investigated. What the fuck? That even happened here?
A reporter bluntly asked BTS about past plagiarism allegations.
사실 제가 그 윙스하고 피땀 눈물 언급했던 거는 그때 이제 뭐 문제가 됐던 내용 그 뭐 표절인가 그 프랑스 작가분께서 언급하셨던 그 부분을 언급해서 여쭤본 거였고요. 그거에 대해서 그냥 뭐 질문이 좀 불편할 수는 있겠지만 답변을 좀 듣고 싶은 부분 때문에 질문을 드렸습니다.
네, 그 건에 대해서는 저희 회사에서 저희 회사 법무팀에서 작가님이랑 이야기를 하고 있고요. 저희 의견, 저희 생각도 회사랑 동일하다고 생각을 하고 있습니다. 네, 그 건에 대해서는 회사에서 지금 처리를 하고 있기 때문에 뭐 결과가 나오면 알겠죠. 네, 감사합니다.
Netizens later uncovered an article written by a reporter of the same name on another entertainment company's news website. April 2019. SBS Inkigayo excluded BTS's Boy With Love out of its charts for the song's first eligible week.
Wow.
Questions about the criteria used by the music show were raised, while SBS continued to claim the calculation period did not fit with BTS's album release time. To this, Dispatch compared BTS to another group who also released a song on the same day. That group entered the rankings and took its...
Ooh, you guys are trash. Was released KST on April 5th. By the way, my birthday, April 5th. So, hey, once again, it's destiny with BTS, baby. But hold on. So they were just basically hating as haters then, right?
On the same day. That group entered the rankings and took its first win for their song that week, while BTS were left out of the rankings entirely.
Wow.
Agency and planned to file a lawsuit against Big Hit Entertainment.
Okay, right after it says against Big Hit Entertainment, that's when we press go. Ready?
Big Hit pulled out receipts and released a lengthy statement on behalf of Big Hit Entertainment, BTS, and the members' families. They called the media company's journalism practices into question, stating, "We have not only the video that JTBC used for the first report, but also the CCTV video that recorded the footage of the journalist breaking into our company." December 2019. MBC is accused of abusing their power to purposely prevent other groups under Big Hit Entertainment from appearing at their year-end show, after BTS chose to appear on the US's NBC New Year's Rockin' Eve countdown in New York City instead of NBC's year-end program. According to Osen, multiple industry sources shared, ever since October, when BTS's side told NBC that BTS would not be appearing on NBC's year-end music festival, it has been difficult for singers associated with Big Hit Entertainment to appear on NBC. It is already an openly known fact in the industry. January 2020.
Wow.
For 29 years, the Seoul Music Awards only had one grand prize, also known as a Daesang. But in 2020, they created a second Daesang for digital music. BTS won the Daesang for physical music only, even though their stats proved that they should have also gotten the Daesang for digital music as well. BTS did not appear in person to accept the award and has only sent in video acceptance speeches since. July 2020. Naver, the Google of South Korea, reportedly invested over $80 million into another entertainment company after losing out on profits from BTS, who chose to hold an online concert through Weverse, a mobile app and web platform developed by Big Hit Entertainment. BTS earned at least $21 million in ticket revenue, according to an analyst at securities firm. He stated, "Naver lost BTS, the most popular IP of K-pop, and must have felt the need to invest in entertainment to form a stable relationship." Since 2017, fans have noticed that South Korean platforms such as Naver and media journalists were ignoring and downplaying BTS's achievements. Popular websites hardly posted anything about them, nor did they feature BTS on their front pages. Music.
Wow. It's crazy to think. By the way, whoever the journalist is on this channel, I think it's Celeste, big up, because you're doing your damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'll put her link down below. I'm sure most of you have seen this already, but damn, this is crazy. It just goes like against all odds. Even when your people, your hometown is hating on you to some extent, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, just still doing the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, talent will always outshine everything. Talent plus hard work, it's going to conquer the haters every time. But this is, man, I didn't know it was to this extent, like for real.
Critic Kim Young-dae and popular political commentator Kim Oh-jun recently discussed this issue.
그 뉴스의 크기에 비해서 국내 기사는 상대적으로 적다는 인상을 내가 항상 받았거든. BTS는 그 버금갈 정도의 현상을 지속적으로 만들었는데 거기에 비하자면 아주 수량이 좀 적다. 호들갑 떨기 그렇게 좋아하는 이 미디어들이 왜 이럴까? 궁금증이 평소에 있었거든. 연결되는 이야기예요. 기사들이 일단
BTS의 성공은 이제 어느 정도 보도가 돼요. 그러면 우리가 흔히 알고 있는 소위 대형 기획사의 아이돌이 그것보다 사실은 못 미치는 어떤 활약을 보였을 때 미디어에 보도되는 양이나 그 커버되는 범위를 보시면 확연히 차이가 납니다. 굉장히 좀 재밌는 부분이고 이번 그래미 같은 경우 어떻게 들어가냐면 주요 부문에서 등극에 실패했다라고 한다든지 여러 가지 유전이
December 2020.
Yep,
For the
I can
last
see the
few
hate.
years, BTS has been the face of political discourse on the revisions of South Korea's mandatory military service.
That's what I was thinking too. Like when people were telling me they were in the military, I was like, why? Like, isn't there a way for them at this level to not have to do that? You know, I was very shocked to see that they were still serving.
Musicians and athletes that already qualify, with the requirements that the individuals must have been recommended as recipients of the Order of Cultural Merit, one of the highest national honors given to artists in South Korea. 26 agencies, led by the Korean Music Content Association, filed a written objection against the revision, stating that the new law is both unrealistic and unfair. March 2021. BTS was nominated for the Best Duo Group Performance at the Grammys, which was announced during the online pre-show instead of the primetime ceremony. But what made fans even more upset was that the Grammys used BTS as ratings bait, teasing that BTS's performance would be quote-unquote up next. A former managing editor for the Grammy Awards website spoke out the next day about the Recording Academy and how it pushed back on featuring BTS. But BTS got the last laugh. A live stream of the band celebrating after the event has so far garnered more than 13 million views, compared to the 8.8 million viewers who tuned into the Grammys.
That's what's up. That shows you the true love, you know what I'm saying? Showing the love to the army and outdoing the ratings that show got, you know what I'm saying? I can see where the hate comes. And you got to imagine, it's big business. It is big business. It's people fighting, wanting to be superstars and whatnot. It's a lot of jealousy going on, you know what I'm saying?
Unlike the other artists who were featured, BTS was depicted as being brutalized and beaten.
Whoa, what? First of all, that's dope that they have a garbage pail kid for BTS, but like this is fucked up. Like this BTS, what does that say? BTS bruisers? What the
by a Grammy trophy inside a whack-a-mole. 2021, a German radio station host made racist remarks about BTS, comparing them to COVID-19, and voiced his hopes that there will be a vaccine against BTS soon. He openly cursed at them for covering a Coldplay song and said that BTS deserves a 20-year vacation in North Korea. Halsey, Max, Lauv, Steve Aoki, and more artists slammed the radio station's racism and xenophobia. The host and station maintains that it was just a joke and that folks are too sensitive. During Zach Sang's show, a member named Liam from a boy band called Forever in Your Mind made these comments.
I agree that they're a boy band, but at the same time, it's like I feel like it's like a different, like they belong in a different genre on their own, because I feel like there still needs to be like a European or an American boy band to be at the top, and I think BTS can just live in their own. They're BTS. They don't, you know what I mean?
No, but they're like
I don't think that they're
base
gonna.
Is so crazy. It's
dude, and it's global.
Yeah, I'm a fan. They're really good.
I like them. They're good dancers. I can't get behind it. I don't understand what they're saying.
I got it. I
I don't even know what to call them, boys or girls, because I don't know what they are. Look at these people. Look at this one.
I don't know which one he is. Look at those highlights, those chunky Tony and Guy mall salon highlights, and the contact lenses. You are an Asian man. You don't need to look like a girl named Ashley.
When I first heard something Korean had exploded in America, I got worried.
I don't know. I think they look very nice. Oh! That is not what you were saying during the break!
How did this become a thing in Western culture where all these grown men and little girls are off to little K-pop boys?
Wow.
A senior editor from The Economist said, "Please no," after BTS was announced as speakers at the 75th UN General Assembly.
I tell you what, man, haters are going to fucking hate in every language all over. It's the same song, ain't it? All over the world, anytime you try to do anything great, haters will fucking find you. I have this theory that I like this metaphor. It's like a campfire, right? The bigger the fire that you create, the more bugs are going to be attracted to it. AKA, bugs equal haters. You know what I'm saying? The bigger your light, the more fucking bugs will come around to see what's going on. Golly. Wow. All right, y'all, I'm going to put it back here in the middle. I'm sorry if the focus is off. I had no idea, and I say that a lot after a lot of their videos, because as you know, if you watch the channel, I'm fairly new to this, but death threats, fucking hating on another level, getting blackballed, blackmailed, I mean, there's a lot of shit. That's why I know when I see them cry, when they show those clips, when they're crying on their concerts and whatnot, it's real. It is real this is their life, and they've been doing it forever. It means everything, you know what I'm saying? And I could relate as to someone that's out there, putting themselves out there, trying to do something, trying to touch people, trying to get to know people, you know what I'm saying? I've had the pleasure of performing on certain stages as well. It's a lot. It is a lot. And most people just live behind a fucking keyboard and they like to talk shit and never take, you know, responsibility for their words or anything like that. They just throw it out there, you know what I'm saying? So the old saying of sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, it couldn't be further from the truth. Words will fucking kill you, you know what I'm saying? We just need to learn how to take responsibility for our actions. Do unto others. Y'all know that. Do unto others, right? After you